Hey guys, Chef Jay hanging out at Traeger headquarters here, and you know, I love griddling. I'm just a huge fan of griddling, and today we're doing our first cook on the brand new Irontop. We have a 2-burner version, but today I'm cooking on the 4-burner version. What I love about it is we are going to have the best hibachi restaurant in our backyard. That's right, so today we're gonna do a fun hibachi restaurant, a little bit of stir-fry action. I won't be flinging any shrimp, and I won't be making the onion tower thing because I am not that good, but the food is going to be delicious. And we're gonna show you our first cook. So let's talk a little bit about ingredients and then time to start the griddle. We've got some steak and chicken today. We have some sirloin and some chicken breast. That's gonna be our proteins. We have your choice of vegetables. Today I'm going with some peppers, some zucchini. I love zucchini, mushrooms, onions. We're gonna use some of that anything rub. We've got a little apricot because this is amazing and I love it, and we're gonna put that in there today. Some light oil, a little bit of sesame seeds. We have soy sauce and a little bit of a teriyaki sauce. Now, you can always adjust and adapt the vegetables to be whatever you like. I love this because we're gonna turn the left 2 burners on. Yeah, the left 2 burners are gonna be hotter to cook the steak. The right 2 burners are gonna be a bit lower so we can do the vegetables, but we're gonna do it all at once, and that's the beauty of having enough room on a 4-burner griddle. So it is time to light the burners. Okay, we're gonna light the burners on here, and I always like to start on the right side or closest to your propane tank. Now, we do have the piezo ignition system. My chef's tip of the day is when you push that in, I like to spool the propane just a tiny bit. So turn it, let that propane feed, and then click it. If it doesn't go the first time, click it a second time, but no need to rapidly click. We're gonna feed that fuel just a little bit, like that, and we're good to go. Now we'll light this other burner here. And once I have the 2 right side burners, I'm gonna leave those on high. We're gonna be cooking the steak over on this side. I'm gonna turn the left 2 burners down to medium, where we're gonna cook the veggies. So we have kind of 2 different zones, if you will. So we'll get these guys set and get these adjusted right down to medium. All right, while this heats up, I want to point out something. Now, we have already pre-seasoned this, so we went ahead and followed the seasoning steps. We have this all ready to go. We wiped it down, and this is literally the first cook. So we have it properly seasoned. We're gonna go ahead and let this heat up. Anytime you are griddling, that lid is open. So we'll give this time to heat up, probably looking at, I would say, about 10 minutes, and we'll come back and check it, and then we'll be ready to get some food on there, and it's hibachi time for lunch in my backyard. We are ready to go. We are preheated. We've got those 2 different temperature zones, and we've got the left side a little bit cooler for our vegetables, which are over there. The right side's gonna be a little bit warmer for our meat, so we get them seared. But the beauty is we'll be able to put it all on at once, choreograph an amazing hibachi night. So let's get these guys over to the griddle. We'll set these guys right there. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do first is I wanna just lightly oil the right side before I add the proteins on there. So probably a couple tablespoons of oil. We'll get the chicken on there. The beef right there. Listen to that sizzle, can you hear that? So we're gonna let those go for just a minute. We're gonna season everything up to start with that anything rub. So what I'll do next is my dishwasher safe spatula. I'm gonna flatten this out just a little bit on both sides, the steak and the chicken. And time to give it a little seasoning. Not gonna go too heavy on the seasoning because you do have salt in here, but you also have salt in your soy sauce and your teriyaki sauce, so I don't wanna add too much. I want just enough to get some great flavor going and started like that. All right, now, we'll go ahead and season up the right side. And we're gonna add our vegetables. Like I said, I've got some yellow onions, mushrooms, zucchini, and some red peppers. Oil out like that. Okay. All right, same thing here. We'll go ahead and season this. And we are good. Like I said, anytime that we are actively griddling, very important to make sure that you leave the lid open. So we'll keep this lid going. We will watch our temperatures. We'll adjust accordingly, but we're sitting right at high and right about medium, and I think we're in a good place. So. All right, we'll come in here now carefully get that meat loosened up just a little bit. Saute it around. We'll do the same on the chicken. All right, we'll go ahead and give our veggies just a quick little stir here. Starting to get some nice color on our peppers, on our onions. All right, as the meat cooks and the veggies cook, you'll notice we haven't sauced anything up yet. Super important to not do it too early because I don't want the sugars in here to burn. I don't want them to stick to the griddle. So I want to get everything ready so that when the time comes, we have what we need. So sesame seed, a little bit of that Traeger apricot, soy sauce, a little bit of teriyaki. This is going to be the sauce magic to bring this all together. So speaking of all together, what I'm gonna do now as we get close to finish time is I'm gonna bring everything together in the middle. I'll get everything stirred up and get it all set to go. I'll add a little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic towards the end as well, and then we'll get it all sauced and ready. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. It's time to bring these guys all together in the middle. We'll add our garlic, we'll add butter, we'll get the sauce in there, and we will get this finished up because I know you're hungry and it's time for some dinner. Look at that. All right, add a little butter in there, or a lot, depending on how you view a little or a lot of butter. All right, we'll add a little bit of garlic or a lot, again, depending on what you like. We like a lot, so we'll get that added in there as well. Nice thing about not having the garlic on too early is you don't have to worry about your garlic burning, so that is cool as well. It gives you nice, fresh, toasted garlic, not burned garlic. All right, a little bit of soy sauce right there. A little bit of our teriyaki. And you know we can't leave out the apricot. A little bit of that on the top. We're gonna let that just kind of all trickle down through there. Some sesame seeds on there. Let that sauce start to kind of come alive. Open up just a little bit, and time to stir it up. Now, I will cook this until that sauce reduces just a little bit, starts to caramelize and get a little sticky, and then time to plate this up. Go ahead and get that set to go. Look at that. I like to do this to judge just how my sauce is doing. We have a couple seconds left, but man, that looks good to go. Now, you know, my family eats with their eyes first, so they want it to look beautiful. I'm gonna remove it to the sheet pan, and then we're gonna plate it up at the end so it looks absolutely perfect. So we'll set this to the side here, get ready to go. Now, I know you're hungry. I know you're hungry and they wanna eat fast, but most important tip, while this is still warm and you've got a little bit of stuff left on there, we're gonna scrape it off because that will get everything off, get us prepped and ready so that makes it easier to clean, protect, and set us up for the next cook. So what I'll do is go ahead and just pull across here, and we're going right into that easy clean spot right there, down into the grease bucket. All right, we'll get this over here, and we'll get ready to plate this because it's gotta look pretty, but first, since no one's looking, seriously, I'm gonna clean up, I'm gonna plate this while I'm drooling. All right, time to get this plated up. My family is waiting. Man, I'll tell you, it smells incredible. Now, if you wanted to add rice, you could absolutely throw some rice in there. Again, I'm probably doing the rice at the end just so that it doesn't overcook and stick to my griddle because of all the starch. But we'll go ahead and get this plated up here. All right, before I bring it to my family, I'm just gonna do that final little bit of decoration or garnish, make it look good. So a little bit of sesame seeds on the top, done. Just a little, right? Just a little. Little of that finishing sauce over the top, make them kind of wonder what that is. A little bit of anything rub for that final little, that tasted delicious. And then some green onions, and we'll just cut those guys. That. And hey, super awesome griddle. Very impressed with this. I love the fact that it's even edge to edge heat, side to side, front to back. I have those two zones, a little bit cooler on the left, a little bit hotter on the right, which is great as well. That thing is stable, it is amazing, and it cooked a fantastic dinner for my family. Now, if you are ready to add one of the new Traeger Irontop griddles to your backyard cooking tools, be sure to stop into your local Ace Hardware. Chat with one of our barbecue experts. See how you can take home a griddle and become the hibachi master in your backyard every Thursday night, right? It's Hibachi Thursdays in your backyard. Now, I should probably sample this, again, to make sure it is fantastic before my family gets it. They are gonna wonder why there's not a lot of beef left, but I'm not gonna tell them anything.